Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we're back to Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars, Director's Cut. So, there's a big spoiler in the name, definitely. Uh, we, we have Shadow of the Templars right in the name, so we know that the Templars are going to play at least some role. Last time we found the combination solution. I guess I should look here and see if I can get that tumbler back before I leave.
I removed the stone cylinder.
So, now I've got the stone cylinder back in case I need it again, and I should probably do that in the future with everything. We found a bullet casing, and we don't know what that's for yet, but we'll find out. Is this some kind of pedestal that's going to set off a trapdoor or something?
Ut lex vel ut next sumito. To the law or unto death submit. I guess these people didn't believe in liberté, égalité, or fraternity. Yes, I'll admit it. I was a swot at school. I also wore lipstick and the nuns never knew.
So, that's the motto of France is liberty, equality, and fraternity. I don't know what equality means now that I think about it. Liberty and fraternity is liberty and brotherhood. But, not super versed in France and its histories. But I guess it's not going to matter too much. We're going to get a little bit of a lesson here. Seems like there's only one thing to click on, and it's this cross. So let's look here. Now, I was a little afraid that I was going to walk through this room and get trapped in here.
Oh my god, the
Spoke too
slab
soon.
came down with a hell of a force.
And now we've got something new to deal with.
The cross looked familiar. I'd seen it before.
It's the same cross, I would assume, that we've seen on this and this. It seems like this cross means something to somebody. And we've got this to look at now.
With nothing to hold it up, the cross dropped back down again. If I was going to get a closer look at the panel, I'd have to find a way of keeping the cross up.
Interesting. So it's not that you're trapped in here. It's that you have to keep it up. Let's try the casing. No, that won't work. Let's try the cylinder, since that's worked twice now as a solution. Let's try the elephant. Nope. The bobby pin. Hair clip. Key. And she's just shrugging. This key. Interesting. And this says submit to the law or to death. So, if I can't find like a piece of wood or something, I may have to walk around
Moving
looking.
the skiff would only damage it more. I really didn't want to pull the fence back up and risk trapping myself in this place.
So, the solution to puzzles in point-and-click adventures often are very far away
I
from
wasn't
where you're
leaving
thinking.
yet. I had a hunch there was more to find.
So I can't leave. And I think if I'm remembering this game correctly, there is actually a decent amount of that goes on where you end up going pretty far away.
I wasn't leaving yet. I had a hunch there was more to find. An old boyfriend of mine owned a barge once. Dampest relationship I ever had. In every way.
So... And I already tried pulling on things. And I can't leave. So it doesn't really look like there's anything out here. And all it seems like we have is this barge and this. And I can't take this platform.
Ut lex vel ut next sumito. To the law or unto death submit.
Let's look at the platform.
The panel wouldn't move.
What happens if I say put this with this and crushed it? It seems kind of silly, but maybe I just pull this up and throw the shell casing at it.
Lifting the cross closed the entrance door and also opened some kind of stone panel. Ingenious.
So if I take this and say throw that there, it won't work. So maybe I have to lift the cross and then use something on the cross as it is. Ah.
The stone cross was propped up. Now I was getting somewhere.
There we go. Let's go look at this panel now.
I touched the slot. Nothing bad happened, which was good. I've always been attached to my fingers. This slot was designed for something specific. But what?
It would be kind of strange if it's this shell casing.
Shame. The shell case was too wide.
So maybe the key? No, that wouldn't make much sense. If it was going to be a key, it would be this key. And see, I have this feeling that eventually we're going to end up just using a hammer on this elephant and breaking it and finding something in it. Let's look at the door.
No way would I be able to force the door open. A door made out of stone. They normally are.
Not nowadays. They're normally made
A
of
round
wood.
slot precisely carved into the stonework.
So we're in a weird position. I kind of need this, I think.
I took the stone cylinder.
So we'll lift this up and try other things than the stone cylinder. Ah, the shell case did work. Nice. So now the stone cylinder in this. There's something off on the scale there, though. The stone
The
cylinder.
artifact slotted into the hole perfectly. Behind the old walls, I could hear some kind of mechanism groaning into life, but whatever had been triggered had now jammed.
Like, the stone cylinder is probably about a foot long, whereas the shotgun shell or the gun shell at most is like 4 inches long. So you're talking a big difference in height. So I don't know why that would be the case, that they would both work, but it's a video game, so we won't question that too much. Let's just come over here and look at what happened.
The gap was too thin for me to get a grip. I needed something thin enough to prise the door open.
Something thin, like maybe a key. Nope. This key, no. The elephant? Nope. We get this weird sound effect every time we fail. It's like just bells.
I was going to need something a lot stronger than a hair clip to free the door.
I wonder if I take the shell and leave this here, if it would change things. Because really the only thing I otherwise have are flat items. So we'll take the shell and see what happens.
I removed the shell case. The cross didn't drop back down. Some kind of mechanism was holding it up.
So that's interesting. And we'll try that shell case. Getting a lot of use out of it, it seems.
The gap was too narrow. I needed something flatter to work into it.
Something flatter. If we stomped it with elephant.
No.
And see, this wouldn't work. And this wouldn't work. And we're kind of in a strange position. Because there's nothing it seems like we're missing. If I could pull the whole cross away and off the wall.
The cross didn't drop back down. Some kind of mechanism was holding it up.
Let's come back and get this then. And then the cross does fall down. But we need a flat pry bar item, and unless something is changed, I don't think I can just get it from these
Moving the
things.
skiff would only damage it more. I really didn't want to pull the fence back up and risk trapping myself in this place.
Now, it is possible, certainly, that we end up having to walk into an area we've been before and find out something has changed.
I wasn't leaving yet.
Let's see. Or clicking on something and finding out things have changed.
This fence wouldn't move either.
Let's see.
It was the old boathouse for the conciergerie.
But there's nothing else here. So the puzzles have gotten a little bit more complicated. As you can see, it was kind of simplistic and easy in that first tutorial one, but now we're really having to walk around. We've left the area that almost certainly we needed to be in twice to try and figure out. Let's actually try something. Can we put the shell case there and crush it? Yes, we can. So that was part of the plan. Pick up this shell case now, and
The stone slab had flattened one end of the shell case.
so now we pull this up, use the shell case on it, or maybe the key or something else on it. We could try a different item. It might be that multiple things would work. Nope. The elephant doesn't.
This wouldn't hold the close-up. But I was on the right track. I needed to use something sturdier.
And the key's not sturdy enough. Let's try this.
This wouldn't hold the close-up. But I was on the right track. I needed to use something sturdier.
So they're being really nice here and helping you with hints. So that still works. And then this goes in there. And that opens this. Then we can grab the shell, and hopefully the shell is the item we needed.
I removed the shell case.
Almost certainly is. And then we use it on this door. And one little shell case is going to lift this whole door. Somehow. Seems a little
Another
ridiculous.
good use for a shell case. Another secret room. Somebody had something to hide. But was it what I was looking for?
What are you looking for? Come to ask that question. Come to think about it. We're trying to find evidence against the person who murdered the man. Not anything else. And we're going through a secret temple, effectively. And I don't know what we think we're going to find here. I certainly wasn't expecting a room full of modern furniture, or at least
Wow.
somewhat modern
Through the
furniture.
darkness, I could see that this was a stateroom. But for what purpose? And how did it tie in with Carchon?
Interesting. So, ideally, I suppose the first thing you'd want to do is find a light switch. Look at this. It's really nicely decorated. Seems like there's something here to look for.
Amazing. The thing still worked. The room lit up bright as day.
So there was a generator there, I guess.
It was an old circuit breaker, like something from a Frankenstein movie.
We've got a painting here.
Lady Justice stared out from a stone door, which was locked and reinforced with steel bands.
And it looks like there's a keyhole here.
That wasn't going to help.
Interesting flags.
I wasn't going to find anything in this old desk. It hadn't been used for years.
So these flags are like of the cross. It's not a French flag.
The
or
flags
anything.
had faded, but their message was still pretty clear. Fascist regalia, a message of hate.
Really? Maybe they had to censor this. Maybe these were Nazi flags before Mussolini flags. Maybe I just don't know what Mussolini's flag looked like. American education at its best.
The flags had faded, but their message was still pretty clear. Fascist regalia, a message of hate.
So is this Mussolini? Here's another map, but I can't click on it or see anything. Here's a desk. Spiders. Relatively few spider webs, actually, considering how old this place is.
Inside the drawer, I found a note written in some kind of code.
Let's look on the desk.
It was pretty clear from the lack of dust that someone had been working very recently at this desk.
And they've got pictures of me, Let's start with the coffee to see if it's still warm.
The dregs at the bottom of the mug hadn't dried out or gone moldy. It wasn't more than a day old.
Interesting. And then we have a lot of French things. French. These are probably articles I wrote.
This was the article I'd written about the costume killer. My suspicions were right. Carchon had cut it out. 2 businessmen had been killed. One in Italy, one in Japan. In each case, the killer had worn a costume. A penguin, and then a snowman. But that wasn't the only link between the 2 murders. Both the victims had been big media do-gooders, and I proved they were just the opposite. So, how did they fit in with Carchon?
So, let's click on each article.
My articles about the costume killer.
And it seems like it's the same. It's going to be the same response for the others.
My articles about the costume killer.
And then here's some other information about her.
Oh my God. The sheet was a printout with my personal information. Everything from my favorite food to my waist size. They were right about chocolate, but come on guys, I'm a size 10. There was even a picture of me, taken with a telephoto lens. Carchon wouldn't have taken these pictures himself. This was big and organized. I was part of it, and people were getting murdered.
So we get some more story, and we're on to page 4 now. Doesn't look like there's anything else here. So coded message. Go ahead and close the drawer. Well, nope. Pull the drawer out. Make sure if there's not something
Damn,
behind
don't
it.
you just hate it when that happens?
Let's see. Something in the back of the drawer.
A photo, long lost, had fallen down the back of the drawer. It was very old, but there was no mistaking the guy in the foreground. Carchon. Behind him were soldiers, a burning village, and a corpse. The photograph was cropped on the right-hand side. Somebody else in the picture obviously didn't want to be in it anymore. I wasn't surprised. This was Africa in the 60s. An uprising was being brutally suppressed. And here was Mr. Media himself, Carchon, doing the suppressing. The photograph was not just powerful evidence. It was also my ticket to one explosive story.
So, I wouldn't call that cropped as much as torn out. Let's see if there's maybe something on the back of the drawer, too.
The drawer had come out easily enough, but wouldn't fit back into place.
Convenient. I wouldn't be surprised if these flags were originally Nazi flags, but they certainly could be fascist. Like Mussolini flags, too. Let's see if this key unlocks this. Or if that is anything.
A slot next to the safe door. All I had to do was find something to fit into it. It was like being back in kindergarten. All I needed now was a shape that would fit the slot.
Well, let's see, would this fit? Would the key fit?
Lady Justice stared out from a stone door, which was locked and reinforced with steel bands.
So, I assume then the solution is to grab this. But if I grab this, does this door fall down? Let's try this with this and see if that stops that from happening.
The cross didn't need to be propped up.
So, take this and see if maybe the mechanism is broken enough that the door stays open. And we're just right back to the same point where we started. Surprisingly enough. Well, we have made a little bit of progress, but I'm gonna have to get back in there and try some more things. That's gonna be it for this recording, though. We are at what percentage, I wonder? Here, let's see. 10% of the game, and we still haven't even made it to the beginning of the non-director's cut. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me further, go to my main YouTube page. On the right is a button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.